that I would do is I'll download Kali Linux ISO file. Now, Kali Linux ISO file could be downloaded from the official Kali Linux website. All you have to type in any search engine is Kali Linux. That's all. Okay. You have to type Kali Linux in the search engine, then press enter. Now, here you can see there's the first link, kali.org. This is the first link that will appear. That's it. Just click on the first link and then head over to the download section. You would see the download option. If for some reason, if this site is updated, okay, if they have made a bit different, they have changed the outlook of this site, then it would be present somewhere around here in the tab section. But generally, there would be a download option. So just click on it and it would directly take you to the downloading page. Now, here, the first thing that we need to do is we will be having two options. First is installer images, and then we have virtual machines. See, with installer images, we have a lot more options for customizing. Okay, we can customize everything if we install it from the basic. With virtual machines, actually, there is a very thin space where we could customize. Okay, so I would always prefer installer images. So now let's just click on this installer images, and now here you would see that it took us to this particular page. All you have to do is scroll down and here you would see Kali Linux 2024.3 channel log. Currently, this is the latest version, Kali Linux 2024.3. Now, my system is a 64-bit system and generally, I think everybody will have only 64-bit system. Okay, if some of you have 32-bit system, then you need to click on this 32. Okay, and here you would see recommended. So that is what you have to download. Now, if you have Apple, then come to the Apple section and you have to download this recommended installer. Now, if you have 64-bit system, just come over to the 64-bit section and just download this recommended. It would be around about 4 GBs. Here you can see it's 4 GBs. Okay, be very sure that anyhow you just need to download the recommended thing. That's it. The first option that would be recommended. So just download it, click on it, and the downloading will begin. It will ask you for the location. Just give it a location, and that's it. The downloading will begin. Okay, as you can see, just save it, and here you'll see the downloading has begun. It is 4 GBs, and it would take me around 15 minutes. So I'll cancel it right now since I have already downloaded it. I do already have ISO file. Now it is very important that you do not extract this file or you do not do any kind of operation with this ISO file. We need this file exactly the way it is. Okay. So that's it. We have actually downloaded the Kali Linux ISO. Now the next thing that we need to do is we need to download a platform where we could install certain operating systems. And for that, we would use a platform that is called VMware VirtualBox or Oracle VirtualBox. Okay, that is it. You have to type Oracle VirtualBox in the search result section and then press enter. Now here you can see the first option would be virtualbox.org. Okay, virtualbox.org would be the first option. So click on it, and as you can see, downloading option would be available over here. So just click on this download option and that's it. Okay, it will start the downloading. I think it is around about 200 MBs or something like this. Okay, now once you click on download here, it will ask you for the platform. See, I have Windows, so obviously I'll click on Windows. If you have Mac, then Mac has two variants, Intel and Apple Silicon. If your Mac is a bit older, then probably it will have Intel. If it is quite new, then it would have Silicon. And obviously, we won't need it for Linux distributions. So I'll click on this Windows host and it will start the download. It's very light, okay? It might be around 200 MBs or 100 MBs or much. Yeah, it's around 100 MBs. So here you can see. So I'll again close this because I have already downloaded this as well. Okay. Now the first thing that you actually need to do is once you have downloaded the virtual box, just a minute, let me show you. Let me download it once again. Save it. Okay, it's getting downloaded. We'll wait for the download to get completed. See, all you need to do right now is once you have downloaded the virtual box, you need to install it. And the installation process is straightforward. Just click on it, and you would see that all you have to do is click next, next, next. It would ask you for installing some Python dependencies and everything. Just allow it, just let it do its thing. Okay. And sometimes it might actually, let me share the screen. Now here you can see this is the setup that we have in our hands. Just click next. After you click the next option, you would have a screen like this. You can see, since I already have installed it, it is asking me to either repair it or remove it. Unfortunately, I have already installed it, but all you have to do here is click next, next, next. Then it would ask you for installing Python dependencies, and that's it. That's the only thing that you need to do. Now it would be installed. Okay, it would be installed. Now, after it is installed, you can open it. It would have an app. It would be called as VirtualBox. It would be present in your system. It is known as Oracle VirtualBox Manager, and it looks something like this. Okay, it would be once after installation, it would be present in your system. Now you have to just open the application, and it would look something like this. Here you can see it would look something like this. Okay, now you guys will not have this particular Mint. Okay, it's a different operating system. You guys won't have it. You will basically have everything empty. Okay, for you it would look something like this without this Mint. Okay, now once you open your VirtualBox Manager, you have to click on this new. Since we now will import or build our own operating system, we will click on new. Now here we have to give some name, so I'll just write it Kali folder. I'll try to change the folder because there's some issue with the space, so I'll just change the folder. Select folder. Yeah, okay, I've changed the folder. For you, it might not be necessary. For you, the original folder would be fine. But since I needed some extra storage space, I changed the folder. Now here, this is very important. Here you can see in the third option, it is asking us for ISO image. This ISO image is exactly where we need to give our 4 GB Kali Linux ISO, which we downloaded just now. Okay, click on this dialog box or this arrow that is pointing downwards. Choose the other option. Now locate where you have saved your Kali Linux ISO file. So for me, I have saved it in this particular volume E. For you, it might be different. For me, it is volume E. So I'll choose this file. Here you can see it is around about 4 GB. This is the file that we just downloaded from the Kali Linux website. So I'll just click open. Now here you can see it has automatically selected the type as Linux, subtype as Ubuntu, version as 64-bit, and that is totally and exactly correct. Okay, it's exactly correct. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to click on this unattended install. And generally, there would be no difference you have to make over here. It would be exactly correct. Everything is selected by default. We cannot change anything over here. Okay, so just skip this unattended install and move to hardware. Now, this hardware is important. So for everybody, your hardware would be kind of different. Okay, it depends on how good your particular PC is. So based on that, please try to choose your hardware specification. But in general, what I would recommend is use the base memory. Here you can see the first option, base memory. Change the base memory to 4048. So by default, it would be 2048 MB. Change it to 4048 MBs or even 5058. But if you don't have that much, it is good if you just let it be 4048 MBs. Okay, so change the base memory to 4048 MBs, or you can even extend it a bit. Okay, now once that is done, here look at the second option, that is processors. So by default, only one processor is allotted. Now this is where you have to allot it a bit. Okay, because otherwise it would be kind of very slow. Your Linux might operate very slowly. So generally what I would recommend you guys to do is, you can see this is a green line. Okay, there's a green line that's being represented. So generally, I would suggest everybody to slide this